Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today we're continuing the purge and moving on to one that I've been putting off for a while, my stamps. And if you haven't tuned into the rest of the videos yet, I'll have them all linked down below so you can watch the full purging process that I've gone through. And if you want even more behind the scenes, you can check out my Patreon, which will be linked down below, where I've talked about all the other stuff that I haven't talked about on here. But I think this might be a two-parter because I do have a lot of stamps to go through. I actually also have all of these stamps right here that are already sitting in the bin to stay to the left, off to the left here, because those are brand new or like tried and true that were in kits that I was taking apart, and those are obviously going to be keeps for me. So honestly, I don't know how I'm going to move my stamps yet. I haven't designated a place in a box or anything yet for them, so I don't know where they're going to go. So I'm just going to basically take them out of here in any order and take out the ones I want to purge. Now, I will say, not getting rid of half by any means, like some of the other categories we've already gone through, but I might get rid of a few here and there. I don't think I'm going to try to keep them in any order or anything in particular, but we're just going to go through them. The left side has a bunch of different topics, the front being everyday, then floral and nature. And then after that, we have birthday, feel better, sentiments, and I think that rounds us out until the backgrounds, which are way in the back. There's also all these ones in the middle that I still have to address, but today I think we're just going to go through the left side here. So in the front, I have a bunch of alphabet stamp sets, majority of these. I think I'm definitely keeping all three of these alphabets, so let's put those over here. This one I haven't had much of a chance to use yet, and in case you guys haven't seen my color coding system before, I have 3 different colors: green, pink, and orange. Pink means never used pretty much, orange means used a few times, and green means loved. So well loved means I've used it a bunch. And as you can see here, we do have a variance. I have used this one a bunch and these a few times, but this one I haven't used yet. This one actually doesn't even have a sticker, or maybe it fell off, this Heidi Swap one. I'm going to keep this one though, I do like it a lot. And then this one I actually think I'm going to part with. So this is a Sunny Studio set. I have used it, so it says like life would suck without you, or I'm sorry that sucks, you know, kind of like cute little vacuum cleaner. But I've had a hard time using it, so I'm going to package this up. And for those of you who haven't tuned in before, I am donating all of my supplies to a local organization that can use them. But some things like this, if I think they're really high quality or really high sought after items, I do put them in like my giveaway box, and I'm only keeping a few things in there. I don't want to move too much to my new place, but this one I might keep in the giveaway section just because it is really cute, and Sunny Studio is a great brand. And then as for the pockets, I'm going to keep all of these empty ones with my other ones, just so that I have them in one place. So that's one down. Next up, we have these circular stamps, which I'm going to keep. This set from My Mind's Eye, which is travel themed, the birdhouse one from Jelly Bean Soup, and then a brand new tiny words set from Recollections. I'm going to keep all of those. I don't think I've used this one at all. Oh no, I have used it. I used a couple of these like background images, but I haven't used any of the sentiments yet, so I'm going to keep that one as well. I do need to keep reorganizing these because they keep falling over, but we made it through like the bulk overflow section that stays on the left side. Now we have floral and nature. I am going to keep these dividers I made. They're nothing special, they're just 2 pieces of cardstock, but I am going to keep those. And again, I don't really care how I pack these. I'm probably going to go through them in a different way. The new place anyhow. I'm going to keep this Technique Tuesday one because I've only used the sentiments from it. I adore this tree set, which I got from Joann's. This one I've only used once or twice as well. I like this one. Again, I'm not going to get rid of many of them, so this is more of like a stamp collection tour, so hopefully you guys don't mind. I adore these stamps from Stamp Market. Adorable. This one I haven't had a chance to use yet, nor have I had a chance to use this one. And it looks like the sticker's on the wrong side. Actually, I think this is somebody else's sticker because I'm not sure if I would keep pink on that one. This one has dies in the back, keeping those. This succulent one I haven't had a chance to use yet. We're going downhill here. And like I said, I'm just putting these in my next Rascog, so I have somewhere to store them. I really like this mushroom one. This Heidi Swap one I could part with, so I'm going to part with this one. These are really inexpensive stamps. When she puts out stamps, they're really pretty good. if you're trying to build your collection. But I'm going to put this one back in the package. And this is why I store all my stamps with their packaging, so I can just slide them right back in if I do want to get rid of them. And again, they're well used, so I'm not too sad to be getting rid of those. I'm going to keep that one from Concord and Ninth, this one from MFT. Still haven't had a chance to use this one from Concord and Ninth. How beautiful is that set? So, so pretty. I also don't really like this one from Hampton Arts. It's not that I don't like it, I just wasn't happy with how it stamped the last time I used it. So I'm going to part with this one as well. Oh no, I just ripped the packaging. Okay, we can salvage it. We can salvage it. And I think you'll find that if you tend to buy stamps from retailers like the big box stores, like Michael's and Joann's, they might be lower quality than you're expecting. And that's what seemed to be happening over the years. Unless they're a name brand, they don't often have the best quality. But this Concord and Ninth set, again, comes with the dies. Haven't had a chance to use that one yet. We've made it to birthday. Okay, so we've gotten rid of, let's see, 2 out of that category. So we got rid of these 2, Heidi Swap and Hampton Art. Sorry, it's down there. I could keep them, but I know they'll have a better life elsewhere, so I'm super excited to be getting rid of some of those. But moving into birthday, let's see. I'm just going to bring all these out here. So these 2 sets from Lawn Fawn, I like those. This set from Whimsy Stamps is one of my favorites. I have definitely overused it quite a few times, and as you can tell, well loved. I've used lots of colors with it. This one from Scrappy Happiness, which was a monthly stamp club back in the day, is really cute too. I do like the tag in the frame. I like that this is just beyond birthdays sometimes, so I really like that one. And this is the only stamp set I really have that has like inside sentiments. You'll see some of these aren't lined up very well, so you can't really read them, but these can go really well on the inside of a card, so I'm going to keep these as well. So none from the birthday. That's okay. That's okay. Let's move on to Feel Better. Get Well type stamp sets. So let's see. We've got a little guy here from Technique Tuesday. I like these. So some of these cross the line into like sympathy cards. So wishing you peace and thinking of you. I'm going to keep that one. It has 2 stickers though, so it definitely stole from somebody else. Keep that out here. So I'm going to keep that one. This Get Well Soon from Lawn Fawn with the little chick and the Band-Aid I really like. Same with this one. This one's also Sympathy and Get Well from My Sentiments Exactly. And this is a wonderful stamp brand called Create a Smile. They're located, I believe, in Germany. And I have one of their stamps, which I'm so honored to have. And then this is a pretty brand new one from Love Nicole, which is Nicole brand, which I think is carried at a lot of big box retailers, but I got it at a small shop for Christmas last year. So I'm going to keep that. Okay, we're not making big of a dent as I thought we would, but that's okay. That's okay. Sentiments is going to be the hard one because this is one of the bigger categories I have because a lot of my stamps are for card making more than anything. So, oh, that was close. That was close. Okay, we're going to grab some of these and hope the rest don't fall over. This is some more sympathy ones from My Sentiments Exactly. We'll keep those. This one I'm going to get rid of from Waffle Flower. I've never, ever, ever used it. So I am going to part with this one. These are 2 freebies from Lawn Fawn. I don't mind them. I just don't know when I'm going to use them. I just have to think of them more often. This set from Avery L I really like because you can really build it out for specific people. This one from Stamp Market I also really like because it's a little bit of variety and it's a cute like hand script font, which is one of my faves. This one is so much fun. I need to use my fish stamps more often with it because I just don't think about it, but I love a good pun. If you guys know me, I do. So birthday fishes, fantastic, so sophisticated. It's really, really cute. I just need to grab my fish stamps more to go with it. This is like one of the only graduation stamp sets I have, so I'm keeping this one. Then this one's relatively new into my stash from W+9. I really love the banners though. Really, really fun. So it looks like the only one we're getting rid of, if I sleeve that one and put it back, is this You Will Forever Be My Always from Waffle Flower. This is one of those ones I picked up because one, it's so small, so it's inexpensive. So it's an easy one to pick up, but I don't use it, and I know it'll do better elsewhere. Sorry I keep going out of frame. having to hold my arms up is kind of tiring. I should have thought that through when I did this angle. Okay, moving forward. I'm afraid some of these are going to start falling, so be prepared for the collapse in the background there. Okay. This one I am going to get rid of from Jelly Bean Soup. I just never grab for it, and I don't like the quality either. But I really do think it's a great way to build out your supplies if you don't have any. Jelly Bean Soups are pretty inexpensive for the most part. This one's relatively new from Avery Elle. I don't think I've used it at all. I've used this one a handful of times. I'm going to keep it though because it does work really well for Father's Day cards. These ones I also haven't used very much from Picket Fence, so I'm going to keep those. And then this one I still haven't used, but I think I'm going to pass it on. I know it was a great deal, but I don't know where these stickers keep coming from. Maybe they keep falling, but gotta keep those for future ones. But I am gonna pass that one along. And then this one I still haven't used. It goes with their puppy stamp set from Neat and Tangled, but I don't have that one. I was just thinking I could use it with my other dog stamp sets. So I think I might rearrange how I store my stamps and actually put this in the dog section next time, because I need to use it. Because again, I love a good pun, and as you can see here, good puns, you know. This one is from W+9 and has some really cute sentiments. I know it's having trouble focusing on the reflective surface there, but I really like it. They're just really small. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to give it one last try. So I guess for that section, we're only getting rid of this one and the Jelly Bean Soup one. So this one I've used, this one I haven't used. This one's already yellowing, and in case you guys didn't know, yellowing of stamps is not a terrible thing, but it does mean generally that they're in the sun, and that can make them brittle over time, a long time. But just because they're yellowing doesn't mean they can't be used, and just because they're not being stored properly doesn't mean they can't be put back together again. But just try to take care of your stamps. Depending on the quality of how the stamp was made, you'll get different results. And staining of stamps as well, it doesn't really matter. They can still be used. So like I said, this middle section is going to topple over eventually, but we're okay. Maybe I'll just grab the rest. There we go. A lovely, lovely pile. And you'll see here, I do have more stickers at the ready. But we're going to go through these. I'm going to part with this one from Jelly Bean Soup. I don't like the way it stamps, and I don't have a ton of inks and solid colors to use these speech bubbles on. But I have used some of these before, so, you know, it's not like it was never used, but I know it can have a better life elsewhere. And we'll get that one repackaged and put into the donate pile. This one as well I'm going to part with. This is from Creative Cafe, so a really old stamp set. I've used this one a handful of times. I want to know if there's a date on it. 2009. So I guess this was a Hampton Arts brand, which I did not know. And this is, again, just a bunch of sentiments. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it says like everyday, life, this, photos, moments, you, real, together, today, notes, blessings, and happy. And I did use this 1 or 2 times. I wonder where I bought it where it had this price tag on it. Maybe at like a garage sale? I'm not sure. Maybe I bought it at my local scrapbook store back up in New York. Then we have a couple that I'm probably going to keep. So we have this MFT one, which I have only used a handful of times. And this one from Kaiser Craft, which I adore. I just really like these big, bold sentiments. Keeping both of those. Just sounded like I was from Minnesota there. This one I think I'm going to part with. I remember, actually, I'm going to part with both of these probably because I just don't reach for them, and I have used both of them. But these are the Sizzix by Brenda Walton, and then a Studio Calico stamp set with both have like floral bits as well as sentiments. I don't really like the detailing on a lot of these. I have used this one. I used it for some background stamping, but I have other options that are quite similar. And that's another thing when it comes to stamps. We sometimes buy things that are very similar to things we already own. And then, you know, how many different circle stamp sets do you need? Well, that's up to you. But I think we could all do with understanding that we need to understand what's in our stash so that we can buy things that aren't in our stash. So by getting rid of some of these, it will make room for me to be able to expand, you know, in other areas that my stamp stash did not suit me. So again, getting rid of the Sizzix and Brenda Walton one, and then also the Studio Calico one. And this Brenda Walton one I did buy at Hobby Lobby. So here you can see the pricing. So this was during their like big clearance sales that they used to have. So this was $2.50 instead of $10, which is a great sale. But I rarely use it and I don't love it. So why hold on to it? I wonder if there's a year on this one. I don't see one, which surprises me. It's probably like written in there in one of those like barcodes, but there's no like 2010, like it ends in 91. That's definitely not when this came out. So let's get this package back up so we can pass it along. And moving on, we have a few more in this section. We have this set from Concord and Ninth, which is the Kindness stamp set, definitely keeping that one. This one from Kelly Creates, I really liked because it has some big sentiments that aren't in my other sets, like this grateful, treat yourself, you did it, congrats. I don't know what that says. Make a, we can just guess, but I do like this one. And again, a really inexpensive way to build out your stamp collection is with Kelly Creates. They're pretty decently priced at Michael's last I knew. It's been a while since I've been there. Then we have two more left in the sentiment section, both of which are keepers. The one on the left here I recently got for Christmas last year, well 2 years ago now, and I still haven't had a chance to use it, but it does come with dies to go with all these cute sentiments. And I really like it, from Sizzix and Stephanie Bernard. And then this one from Altenute, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad I bought it, with all of these wonderful tree layering stamps. And it's just so good. So those are all the sentiments. So let's see how many we got rid of in that section. I believe these 4. So that's not bad. That's not bad. We're getting rid of more than I thought I did. And again, it's not necessarily about having to get rid of stuff because I want to save space. It's also about saving like my energy and my time by not going through stuff. I think we often build like collections because we're scrapbookers and think if we invest in it, we must keep it and we must use it X amount of times. But that's not necessarily the way it has to go, because your style changes, your methods change. And it's important that you realize if your things are changing to reevaluate your stash and reevaluate what you got going on, so that you can make space not only in your physical space, but also in your mental space to make room for more ideas for the items you do want to use. So just a thing to consider. But to round out the first half of this video, we have 3 background stamps. And the first one here I've recently used. I adore this stamp. It is a pain to use background stamps, but the outcome is so pretty. I honestly should get rid of this Heidi Swap one. It's given me a lot more trouble than it's worth for keeping, so I am going to part ways with it. It's just very flimsy, and it doesn't necessarily stamp straight, if that makes sense, because it's so flimsy. And then this one from Impression Obsession, I almost forgot what IO stood for, but it's right there, is a wonderful red rubber cling-backed background stamp, and I still haven't had a chance to use it, and I've had it for years. But I am going to move my background stamps up in my collection space once I reorganize so that there's more prominence here. But now that we're done with that half, and we'll do the other half in another video coming soon, but let's count up our final totals here. Okay, you can put your guesses down below, but we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stamp sets from a variety of manufacturers. And just because I'm getting rid of something from one manufacturer doesn't mean I don't love that manufacturer or wouldn't buy from them again. It's just about the content of the stamps and how I would use it in my current life. And I just won't use a lot of these. So we've got like 2 Jelly Bean Soup, some little brands like Neat and Tangled and Sunny Studio, Waffle Flower, maybe some like bigger brands like Heidi Swap and Sizzix. So we've got a lot in there, but they're all going to go to great homes. Again, some of these will go in my giveaway section that I'm going to keep and move to my next place. So some of these will be up for grabs in future giveaways, but some of them will just be passed right along to the organization I'm donating to, who is, again, super excited to receive all the donations. So I'm super excited to pass these along. And now I actually have more room because I obviously have more pockets to put more stamps in. So some of those new ones I showed you right at the beginning will now have a home, because sometimes you just got to think that you have a finite space. So say that this was my finite stamp space. You got to like functionally change them out, or you will run out of space and then have to reevaluate your storage options. So I think I'm going to stay in my new space and have a set amount for stamps, whether it be in this organization method or not. I'm not sure, but I want a set place for them, and that's as much space as I'm going to give them, because I need to use them more if I'm going to keep more. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Purge-a-thon. Next episode, we're tackling the holiday section, all of the animals. Yeah, these are mostly animals on the right side, and holiday stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next set of purging. But 11 stamp sets is pretty good, better than I thought I was going to do. So I'm excited to pass them along, and hopefully you guys are inspired to go start looking through your stamp collections to see what you might want to get rid of. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.